Here's a question. It seems to me, this is to me, and then there's a question to you, Bob. It seems
Who's it from?
Joe.
Joe from Kokomo?
No, Joe, not from Kokomo.
Okay.
He wants to know about buying coins over melt value. He says it seems to him that buying coins over melt price is better than spot. I think I am wrong, he says. Can you explain the difference between spot and melt and which is the best?
Go, Diva, go.
Go, man, go. Hey!
It's your question.
The melt is the amount of gold that's in the coin. You know, like you have the 1 ounce gold eagle and you have a 1 ounce, you have 1 ounce of gold in that coin. Just like a British sovereign. The melt value of that coin is 0.2354. So all you have to do is take that amount of gold and multiply it by the spot price of gold. Comes up to $215. That's the value of that coin of the melt. That's the melt value of that coin.
I have a question.
What?
I know what the melt value of that coin is right now. Why is it selling at $250 or $60 or wherever it is? It's a bullion coin.
Well, that's the melt value of that coin. But you have premium.
What's the retail on it?
You have premium dealers, and then you have retail dealers' commission. So you're right. You have the premium at $215. Usually wholesale commissions are anywhere from $20 to $25, and then you multiply it by the dealer's commission, and you're looking at $250, $260. Most dealers are out there at $275. So
I'm sure that's helpful. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, some of them out there, they're charging their 30% commissions. You're looking at $305, and that's why.
Did you see that? Did you see that thing I had in the gold section, the last issue, about one of the subscribers and how they get ripped off?
Yeah, the commemorative.
Awful.
Terrible.
I mean, it's just unconscionable.
But, Bob, that happens every day and everywhere.
You know, that's why you've got to call someone like Melody so you don't get stolen from.
And
I mean, you know, commemoratives are melt value coins, right?
Yeah, when you go to sell them back, you're going to get maybe $1 over melt, but most likely you're going to get melt. That's why they're not good buys. But the reason the dealers sell these British sovereigns and these foreign gold coins is because they make their 15, 20, 30% commission on there. But it doesn't seem like you're paying 30% commission. It's like, oh, well, it's only, $260. I can afford that. So they're basically hiding their commissions in there, telling you that it's the cheapest way to buy melt value. Folks, the cheapest way to get as close to spot price as possible is to buy a 1 ounce gold coin. That is your least expensive way to purchase gold. If you're looking for strictly gold prices, your Krugerrands, sure, they're going to, your Gold Eagles is going to have a little bit more of a premium. Maple Leaves have a little bit less of a premium. Krugerrands have a little bit less. So it depends on what your personal preference is and how much you want to spend. But that's why they like those smaller fractional pieces, because they get their big commissions, and they don't have to pitch you or explain to you what a $20 gold piece is. So it's all marketing, folks. And I'm the only one that'll tell you the truth, the only one. So give us a call. Here's the second question. Oh, I just lost it.
Well, I got one right here. This is one of the Chris questions. Now the Dow is 8,500. What are the next two resistance levels? Well, 9,000 is the next one, but I don't think it's going there. I think we've seen it. It is evident that all of this government and bank fraud is fueling the market. I just don't get it. How high are they going to rally before a meaningful correction takes place? And I just answered that. I think we're at the end of the line, over the next couple of weeks. And that should be it. And Chris says, what are your forecasts for this 2009 summer? Probably a visit to 6,600. I don't see any summer rally. You've already had it. And if we get it, then we'll have another test in September, October as well. There's no election this year, so I would think that the market should get banged around pretty good. So if it doesn't reach 6,600 by the fall, it'll reach it when it gets there. How will the stimulus money affect the overall economy, consumer confidence, and the markets? It slightly helped consumer confidence here recently, and but that'll wear out by July, and then the markets will get soft again, and the economy will get soft again because the money will have either been used to pay back bills, which I think this time around is going to be about 65%, and the other 35% will be spent. Go ahead, Melody. I got a few more, but go ahead.
Yeah, I have her questions here. This is the question from Joe. I have been hit with high transfer fees from a discount brokerage. Is this malfeasance? They won't show me invoices from local or foreign mining corps or reply to emails.
Who is the brokerage firm?
It just says from a discount brokerage.
Well, to demand them. I mean, you can, if they acted as a principal, they have to show you what they paid for the stock and what they put it out at, and it has to be less than 5%. Same thing is true with bonds, although bonds never get up in that range usually unless they're exotic bonds like, the Republic of Dingbat somewhere south of Tierra del Fuego. But they have to, if you demand it. The thing to do on that is email multiple copies to the SEC, the NESD, and your state regulators, and demand that they tell you what the markup was. Okay, I guess just got two more that just came in here.
Wait. He says there is an ETF which shorts the banks 3 times, and another something which shorts the dollar. Any opinion on those?
Well, the ETFs are not reflecting truly the moves, whether they're long or short. And I had an article in the International Forecaster 2 issues back, written by a letter to the editor who did a study for a year on it. And I don't think you, as a non-professional, should be using these double and triple, either longs or shorts. Stay out of them. You're not a pro. I don't recommend them. Okay, here we go.
I got one more. And the only reason the only reason I'm asking you this is because this actually was on Wednesday. He says, for Bob, we understand the pitfalls of placing money in the gold and silver ETF, GLD and SLV. What reservations do you have about owning the gold and silver trusts like CEF and GTU?
Nothing. They're good. Use them if you want to. But not the other ones. CEF is probably the better one. 60% gold, 40% silver, and they take delivery. And it's been there a long time. There's a premium, runs around 30% or so. But at least you know you got the goods. Question from B. That's all I got here. I understand from Daniel Essen's Bilderberger sources that they're suckering people back into the market before they create searing losses over the next few months. Is this it for the market rise? The answer is yes, approximately. And the searing losses about to start in May? Probably. Good question, just like the last one. They're all good questions.
I just got that.
And the other one that just came in, do you think COMEX will default on gold in the next 1 to 2 years?
I got that question, too.
Well, it came in from Rob, and we just got it.
So did I.
All right. If so, will they default? If so, would the gold and silver prices be affected? Of course, they'll make them go up because they'll have to go in the market to buy gold and silver if they don't have it. Either some central bank has got to give it to them, and I don't know whether that'll happen. Do you think COMEX investors will be affected negatively? Of course they will. What other futures market investors in the world will be affected negatively? Well, it all depends on which side of the market they're on. If they're short, they're going to get hurt. If they're long, they're going to be okay. I get the 4 Chris's ones here. What do you got?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them for her.
All right, here we go. Recently, I have spoken to several people who are highly motivated to relocate from the East Coast to move to states like Montana and Utah. They state that it's much more safe and there is more opportunity to prosper. However, that's a question. However, I am not sure they are to prosper or perhaps even farm any fertile land out there since the terrain tends to be mountainous and rugged. I don't get it. Well, I think people